This week, I've been battling with my depression. I mean, literally at war with my depression. Because I've been feeling down and my ankles were hurting and I let it get to me and I started slipping back into my old habits again. You know, not eating the vegetables and just eating like not a lot of food, just not what I should be eating, such as, you know, a little bit more bacon and more eggs. And because of the fact that those are actually quite high in calories, like they are quite high, and I wasn't offsetting it with any other kind of veg for a few days, and I tell you what, it's been making me mentally exhausted, because everything that I've been doing has been forced, and I haven't found it easy this week. So that means I don't know how it's gonna reflect on the scales. I'm hoping I've lost. If nothing else, I hope maybe I've maintained. I know it's not ideal, because it's just so. I need to lose this weight so badly, and just having weeks like this is not good. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, I have been doing my normal thing, but I haven't been going out for walks because I haven't wanted to go out the door. I haven't wanted to go out and interact with people. I'm kind of shutting down, and it's not good. So today I made a concerted effort to get up, and then I had a shower. I've been taking my time today. I haven't been pushing myself too much. But I've made a concerted effort to cook, to have my normal on-plan meal. For dinner I'm going to be having vegetables. I'm going to start again today. So yeah, and the workout, everything. Now I have been working out, but not as much as I should be. So I've kind of had a week off. There's no denying it. I think I've taken a week off, although it hasn't been like the full week, if you know what I mean. So we're starting back on it now. It's Monday. I've got Tuesday and Wednesday to go, and then I'm weighing, so I don't know what it's going to do as vis-a-vis my weight. This week's been a tough one, even though I kind of changed my clothes, and a tough one. I haven't been able to motivate without having to push myself for almost a week now. I'm pushing myself through it, doing what I can. I think we can only really just minimize the damage now. This week, you never know, I might have lost weight, and if I've lost weight, then cool. But I don't think it's going to be a favourable. Weigh-in. I haven't done anything really bad, so it's not going to be monstrous and horrible. It's just the lack of motivation has made it almost impossible for me to care, because I'm constantly devoted to trying to push myself. I mean, it's 21 minutes past 10. I'm normally up by now and eating my breakfast. I was just finding it very hard to get going today, and you can probably tell in my voice. I'm hoping that changes. Honestly, I'll be all right. I mean, don't worry too much about me. It happens. These things happen, and it's been horrible weather. It's been raining. I don't know. I think that's probably half of it. Also, I've been having sort of attacks. I think it's the lack of exercise. Because I went a few days without doing it, I probably reverted back to my usual state, which is not a great place to be. So anyway, yesterday was a good day. Let's draw a line and say, right, so yesterday was a good day. I followed the plan. I stuck it to the letter. I did my exercising. I went out for a walk. I had vegetables rather than not eating vegetables more than anything else. So it was a low-calorie dinner and low-calorie breakfast. But I'm just thinking there's a possibility that this week is... everything's counted, but the thing is, when it's this close, my body has a habit of putting weight on. All of these new t-shirts are coming out of my closet. This one was given to me by a good friend of mine in California. We stay in contact. It's been good. It's been good. The memories I have with a person I've never met are golden to me, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. It's been good, it's been uplifting, and it's been a rewarding experience. I'll say we did have a romantic affiliation at some point. It was a long distance relationship that I couldn't cope with. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's okay to have a pen pal, it's okay to have a long distance friendship when there's no real strings attached. But when you're trying to have a relationship with somebody, I mean an emotional connection, the internet is not the best place to do it. I learned that the hard way. All best intentions when you go into it. It's rewarding. It really is. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't rewarding. It was very rewarding. It was very emotional, and it was a roller coaster. But you imagine you love someone, and it's genuine. It's not fake. Genuine love for somebody, and you can't touch them. You can't hug them. You can't be with them 24 hours a day. So you get that pain of separation that can't be taken away. It can't be taken away. So you are always constantly sitting at a computer because you can't bear to go out and do stuff without them. That's how bad it got. And I couldn't cope with it. I literally emotionally couldn't, in my state of mind, could not cope with having that type of relationship, because the pain and anxiety I was getting from the separation was too much for me to bear. So I chickened out and took the easy way out. At the time, I didn't think I was doing anything. I did know I was doing something wrong. But at the time, I didn't realize why I was doing it. But now I do. And I was in the wrong, but it ended badly. I ended it badly, but it needed to be done. But not in that way. It shouldn't have been done in the way I did it. I shouldn't have ended it the way I did it, but I cheated on her, basically. I'm going to put that out there. But we're still friends, and that's good. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that we were able to do that and to be close to each other and be friends with each other. And she's married now, and she's happily in love with another man, and I'm happy with that. I'm ecstatic about that, because I still do love her, but I wouldn't be able to have a romantic affiliation with her because she just doesn't live close enough for me to be able to cope with it. I can't emotionally cope with it. So that is my honest opinion. It's not that the relationship isn't as rewarding as a normal relationship. For that exact reason, you shouldn't do it. Because it's not, you have to be strong to be able to do something like that. And be able to have that long-term relationship. And that goes with anyone else who is in a relationship now and they are going to be moving away. Do not think for 1 second, right, that it's not going to be a living hell when you separate. You are not going to be able to do it. It is impossible. You need to be close to the person you love. You cannot do it. Don't lie to yourself and think it's okay, we'll get through it. Unless you have this ability to be with each other 24 hours a day, the relationship is not going to work. Not because you don't want it to, but because you won't be able to physically make it. And I just wanted to point that out. I've got another thing I want to talk about. I'm just going to gloss over it. Nobody is going to be able to get onto this server. There's going to be a private server with my friends. But I have a bucket server where nobody's using it. Nobody's logging on. And it had one of my mod packs on it. I did it for a good friend of mine. As an experiment. It was mostly an experiment. It was just to see if I could do it. I was able to install mods onto a server, which is what I wanted to do in the first place, and it was done for, as I said, a good friend of mine, and no one's using it. So I decided now that, because I knew I've worked out how to do it, and everything's cool, and I've paid that money, extra money for someone to do it for me, so that I could work out exactly what had changed on the server, so that I could work out what I needed to do to be able to do it. And it is quite simple. It's quite easy and straightforward. So what I'm going to be doing, and I'm quite pleased about this, I'm taking it a step further. And what I want to do is I want to make a server for our community, which is primarily virtual reality. You can use a VR system to log on to the Minecraft server, right? And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do it for Oculus, Vivecraft, and any other headset that logs on to the Minecraft server. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to know if it is possible to be able to do that, to create a VR virtual reality environment, which is primarily online. Because I don't know if people have done that. And this is going to be a modded Minecraft VR server. Not a normal, vanilla server, but a modded Minecraft VR server. And it's a bit of a big undertaking, but I need to keep my mind active, because when my mind's active, I feel rewarded. And when I feel rewarded, I don't need to eat. And that's the crux of it. I need to use my mind to do stuff and learn new things, so that I don't eat. Because my mind sometimes is a little bit faster than I can keep up with. Not that I go on, not that I want to toot my own horn. I didn't have any schooling as a kid because I hated it. The structure, the way that you were forced to learn stuff that was unbeneficial to you and only beneficial for society. And also I got bullied a lot. And you know the reason I got bullied a lot? It's because I refused to fight back. Because I didn't want to be aggressive, but they were aggressive to me. And it wasn't that I was scared, although I was a little bit, of course. Because of adrenaline, you can't help but be. But it wasn't because I was scared, it was because I am not violent. And I refuse to be violent. There is no need for violence in any way or hate in any way. There's no need for it. Because anything that you do can be done in a polite, friendly manner. Everything. Nothing. The only thing is boxing. But then, that's only a sport. I'm irrelevant. That's how I feel sometimes when I'm on YouTube. There's too many people doing YouTube. There's too many people streaming. There's too many people doing all of this for me to have any... Because in order for me to get anywhere with YouTube, and don't get me wrong, it's not that I'm going to stop, but how I feel is, in order to get somewhere on YouTube, you have to have some artistic merit. In other words, you have to be able to make flashy icons, flashy intros, just be able to like grasp a person's what's the word I'm looking for? To grasp a person's attention, and then we use that word in the first couple of seconds. Otherwise, you're just going to lose them. That's how streaming and YouTube works. Not so much with streaming, because with streaming you can like continuously stream and people will be able to find your stream and then they'll be able to log on and look at it, and people do log on to your streams, and eventually if you're good enough or you're funny enough or you're doing good enough content, or you whatever you're doing, if you're doing it good enough, then you don't really need all that flashy stuff, but you still need to make your profile look good, and you need all of these programs to work to like give the experience that you need to give. And I just don't have that ability. I don't. And that is a problem. It's not that I haven't got an artistic mind and want to entertain. It's just that I can't draw to save my life. I can't use Photoshop. I can't do any of that. I can edit. That's basically it. I could learn those skills, but there's not enough time left in the world. I like to enjoy myself while I'm alive. That's what I do. And learning skills that I don't really need, and I don't really need to be able to make a vlog. I don't need to know all those skills. And half of me doesn't really mind if no one's watching my videos, although it would be nice for someone to watch my videos, but they don't have to. Because I'm making it for me, really. I'm making it as a kind of a statement. Yeah. But that's basically how I feel about YouTube and streaming. You know, my hat's off to all the people that can do that on a daily basis and live on it. It's all good. As for my weight loss and stuff like that, this week I've been on plan this week, but I haven't been like ultra on plan. So that being like all the stuff I've been eating is kind of free and it's counted, but whether I got the balance right this week, I don't know, because at the beginning of the week I didn't feel 100% there. Okay, so a few things. Number one, UK has been hit with a storm. they say the storm's passed, but it hasn't. We've got severe yellow weather warnings across the country. It's horrible out there. I'm definitely not going out today unless it gets a little bit better, because it's just awful out there. And my ankles are they're not great. And I'm not going to subject them to having to go outside in this. But I'm going to still do my Vive workout like normal. Second, even though last week wasn't a great week, I mean, it wasn't like an amazing week. It could have been an amazing week, but it wasn't, because things happened. And these things, you can't control what happens in your life. It either happens or it doesn't happen. I'm through the worst of it now, and I gave myself 8 hours sleep last night. I woke up drowsy because my body feels like it's had too much sleep, because I'm so used to 7 hours. But I needed it, and I needed it to reboot my system, and I feel a lot more physically able to be me again. It's been a while. It's been a long time coming, but I think I'm out of the woods. I think I'm out of the depression. I think it's past. And it lasted about a week this time. It has been known to last a lot longer than that, and I'm glad that it's passed. So we're back on it again. We are back on it. I got steam in my engine again. So yeah, hopefully this week is going to be great. Now, the results. This week I lost 1.5 pounds. This adds on to the fact that now I'm almost at my 5 stone award for my weight loss. Now, it's been about... the accumulation of my weight loss is not this year. I want to make that absolutely positively clear, okay? I've been doing Slimming World now for about 3 years. So that's an accumulation of 3 years battling my weight loss. I've been able to reach just under 5 stone lost. Now, I want to do so much more, and I'm going to do so much more, and I want to do so much more this year. I want to do it. I want to get there. I mean, there's no excuses. I mean, I can't control what happens in my life, but I can control how I react to it. And I battled through that depression to get 1.5 pounds off. And I am absolutely ecstatic that I was being able to do that, even though I really didn't want to get out of bed. So, A-okay in my book. Great result. Moving on. Next week, I'm gonna really push out the boat and do what I need to do. So, let's, fingers crossed. You never know until you weigh.
Thanks for watching the Great Fishes video. I hope you all have a great day. If you could subscribe, that would be heavenly. Throw my friend a like and share with your friends. And he will hopefully see you next time. Till then, peace be with you.